Hi, hello, welcome to another 20 minutes till dawn video. It's me, Cranberry. How's it going? Hopefully you are doing well today. I have made many attempts to record a video with this new character, Hastur. I don't know how you say their name. I think, not to be rude, I am confident in saying that this character in its current iteration is the worst character in the game. It is not good. This is a stinky, stinky bad character. And maybe I'm being unfair because I've been playing the character on the new map, and I think the Batgun is actually a lot worse on the new map in general. But I also think Hastur is the worst character in the game by a pretty significant degree. I will talk about it once we start the run up here, but we are going to be playing with this rune setup: Power, Elemental Barrage, Glass Cannon Cadence, Courage, Elemental Shield, Blessing, and Growth. Now, here's the thing, right? I want to play the character the way they're intended to be played. The tentacles get increased damage based on your summon effects. So the character is very obviously designed, at least to me, it's very obviously designed to be a summon build. And Batgun, I think most people can agree, it's one of the best summon weapons. You could argue that grenade launcher is better for summon builds because it increases a lot of the summon's base damage. But that's more so for Hina, because Hina's Shadow Clone summon is also based around your base damage. So when you're playing non-Hina summon builds, I would say that you usually want to go Batgun. Now, I'm playing on the forest. I'm playing on the old map. I refuse to play on the new map with this character weapon combination. And the reason for that is the Batgun, horrifically bad. Horrifically bad on the new map. One of the new enemies, the Sploders, the big exploding enemies, are very, very, very tough to deal with this weapon, right? So here's the thing. Here's the thing about Batgun, right? Very good in the early game because all the enemies die in 1 to 2 hits from the shots, right? Very good. Works well in the early game. And it gives you plenty of time before enemies with high HP start showing up, right? Not counting like mini bosses and stuff, right? So we have up until pretty much the 10-minute mark before any lampreys are showing up, right? Which have a little bit more health than these guys do, right? The thing about the new map that's really difficult is that the big exploder enemies have a huge HP pool. And it's not even a matter of the Batgun not being able to kill them. It's the fact that they're drawing in so much, like, because the bat, you can't aim the bats. The fact that these big exploders are drawing in so many shots that would otherwise be hitting and killing the normal enemies, they're drawing in so much fire that you just get overwhelmed in the early game so easily. It's strange, it's weird, but the Batgun is just pretty bad on the new map, combined with this character being bad. Now, so tentacles, right? You can see how they operate, right? They sit there every, I don't know, 5 to 10 seconds or so. If there's an enemy nearby, they hit, right? They do a little smack, and they hit enemies in that vicinity. It's okay, right? It's not 30 base damage is not a lot though, right? It might be killing enemies in the early game here in a single hit. It'll pretty rapidly stop killing enemies in a single hit though. We're gonna get there pretty quickly. Combined with the fact that, should I take light weaponry here for sharpen? I don't know, it's a weird one. Combined with the fact that all of the unique character perks, well, you know, before we talk about the character perks, it is fun to try to guess what they are, so I'll let you guys, if you don't know what the character does yet, take a second, pause the video, and try to guess what they do. Leave a comment, you know, what does this character's unique perks do? What does they does, right? And I'll give you a second, type in what they do, and once you do, I will reveal what the character perks are, because I have seen them all, right? So, what this character does, also, he doesn't give me Divine Blessing, yet he's all kind of stink, but whatever. Well, actually, Lens is fine. Lens is fine with Batgun. I should have taken Lens, probably. Not a huge deal either way. So, this character, unique perks. They do, they're all focused on the tentacles. One of them increases the rate at which the tentacles spawn, so they double the tentacles, right? Twice as many show up as far as we're concerned, right? Dragon Egg, it's a little late, but we'll take it here, I guess. It's fine enough. Double the rate at which tentacles spawn. That's fine, right? That's whatever, that's cool. One of them doubles the rate at which tentacles attack. So they double spawn, double attack speed. Sure, whatever, right? The last perk is tentacles deal 30 more damage. A flat 30 damage buff to the tentacles. This character is just not good, right? I don't know if that damage boost is taken into account before or after the, you know, the bonuses from your summon damage, like, perks. I imagine it's before, if I had to guess. I think it's like a flat increase before, and then, you know, it's also increased by the damage your summon boosts give to it, right? That would be my theory there, but I can't say for certain. I don't know. But that's not that good, right? If it's 60 damage, right? And let's say realistically you have, I don't know, you have Sharpen, you have one Tome of Summoning, and you have, you know, all of the Ghost perks, and then you have Summon Mastery. That's like a 200% increase in damage. So you go from 60 to 180 damage per Tentacle Slam, right? And then there are also, you know, there's a lot of them. I just struggle to imagine how good that'll be in the late game, and that's under like 100% optimal circumstances. For me lately, they've been hard for me to tell exactly, but there you go, double attack speed. It seems like they're pretty low impact. I don't know. It's hard to tell how good the tentacles are. They've got a pretty good start here. And maybe I'm just being too mean to the character, because maybe the real issue, like I said before, was Batgun on the new map, which I kind of think it might actually be the problem. I bet we're gonna have, you know, this run go just perfectly smooth. I think the new map, Batgun is just really tough on. And what's actually kind of funny is that some of the new enemies in the new map, I bet once you get to the later parts of the game, I bet the Batgun's actually pretty good at killing them. Like, specifically the enemies that fire the homing shots. I bet the Batgun's pretty good at handling them. They don't have that much health, and the Batgun will just, you know, track them down from far away and murder them. Well, I don't know. I guess y'all take Fanfire. Fanfire is pretty good. I'm just skeptical, though, in general. I think it's just boring. I think that's my biggest issue with the character, is that the tentacles, it's a turret, right? It's an extremely short range turret is how you should consider this mechanically, right? You know, would be, you know, also kind of just a boring upgrade, but probably pretty strong. How about increasing the range that the tentacles can attack at? Again, they're pretty low range, so that would be but even then I wouldn't like it, because they're just all boring. I want cool effects on my tentacles. I want like tentacles like, oh, every time a tentacle kills an enemy, increase the damage of tentacles by 1, right? Or something, or every 10 enemies a tentacle kills, increase damage by 1. I want scaling damage. I don't want a flat damage increase. I want mechanics that are cooler. These are just, you know, very non-interesting, I guess. And it's easy for me to sit here and say, like, you know, make better designs for Head. But it's just, you know, here's like a thing, right? Lilith has a mechanic where she summons when enemies die, right? And then she has some perks that increase your overall summon damage, right? Which, while they're kind of boring, they do help support your other weapons, right? This character, the perks exclusively revolve around your tentacles, right? No support for any other mechanics. It only buffs your tentacles, right? Oh, I think I want Tome of Power here. Bullet damage, not that big of a deal, but the piercing is a big thing. Yeah, give me the piercing. Lowering the fire rate, but getting piercing here should be an overall pretty big increase in DPS, I think. And then we have cadence shots, which infinitely pierce too. So I don't know, maybe I don't know. Oh, Splinter. Splinter's a big one. We just need an on-hit damage effect, and we're good to go now, basically. What are we talking about? Yeah. So tentacles, just boring. The upgrades are purely tentacle focused, which is a little lame. I guess you take Sharpen here at this point. Purely tentacle focused, which is a little bit lame. And then also, they're just uninspired as well. Like, they're just like, oh, tentacle hit harder, tentacle hit faster, tentacle more. Right, like, you can do cooler stuff. But, you know, it's not, you know, let's listen. Again, their game, they get to choose how their characters do. That's all right. If I want to talk shit, I should make my own game first, and then be able to talk shit, I guess, right? Dragon Bond here, by the way, really good pickup. Big DPS increase. Very, very poggers. Let's be more, you know, constructive here. Let's come up with some good ideas for tentacle perks instead. I do like tentacles killing enemies, giving you scaling damage. Scaling is always fun. I think we can all agree with that, right? Like, scaling is fun and cool. What else do you do then? Oh, give me a split fire here, by the way. Very, very good. More shots is more good. I don't know. I think a range increase is not terrible either, but again, that's also tentacle focused. You know what I would do? Oh, here's what you do then, actually. Every time tentacle, instead of scaling the tentacle damage, you scale summon damage increases, right? Every time tentacle kills enemies, X amount of enemies, whatever you want it to be balanced, you get a 1% increase to summon damage. That's how I would do tentacles, I think. That sounds pretty cool, actually. So then it also synergizes with your Batgun, or whatever your other summons are, right? So that would be one of the perks I would do. What else? What else would in my perfect world would I do here? Give me Reaper rounds, by the way. Energetic Friends, obviously very strong here too. But I want to get, I think we have, do we have light bullets? I don't remember. I want to get death rounds here ASAP too. And also, I will say here, we're gonna win this run here. Obviously, the Batgun has snowballed, right? And this is kind of the point I was making before, right? We snowballed because all the enemies at this point in the game are easy for the Batgun to handle, and then, you know, we snowball, right? Not the case, I would say, not the case at all in the new map. The new map is just, you know what? I think the character is still the worst. Maybe, you know, maybe Luna is worse still. But at least Luna has cool mechanics, is what I'll say, right? These are turrets. The turrets are boring. I do not like them. Luna creates a black hole, which is mechanically very cool. It's a CC effect, and while it's very hard to use and does cause you to damage yourself sometimes, it is cool. And it's like an interesting mechanic. Now, I will say also, when it comes to Luna, her character-specific upgrades are all pretty lame. But, like, also, whatever. Like, what are you gonna do, right? Out of these all suck. Out of these, I guess I take Electromage to try to get energized, which would be fine. None of those were that useful. Anyway. How do we make this character more interesting, right? Tentacle slays equals more summon damage. I like that, personally. And that'd be a cool upgrade. Besides that, though, what do I like? I would like I would like a CC effect from the tentacles. I would like you know, enemies hit by tentacles are dazed, or maybe even like, you know, if you could do it visually, whenever the tentacles hit an enemy, they grab them, they wrap around them. It'd be pretty cool. That would be a neat one. Big frost mage here, I guess. You know what would be cool is if they grabbed the enemy and picked them up and started smacking them back and forth and bonking them. Right, that'd be pretty neat. They grapple an enemy and then they like bludgeon other enemies with that enemy. Obviously, you know, and this is why doing what I'm doing here is annoying and stupid and bad, right? I'm just saying shit like, oh, wouldn't it be so cool if the enemies did this and this and this, without any consideration here towards how hard that would be to program in the game. So, you know, not fair of me to do, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But it would be neat. What else would I do? Let's take energize here. One thing I just thought of that I would definitely not do upon further consideration. I would like, oh, you know what? Here's what I would do. One, change it from a line attack into an AoE, like swing around you. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe. And I was gonna say maybe have a knockback effect on it as well, but then I realized that would be terrible because the tentacle would just be constantly hitting enemies into you. Right? No knockback effect. That is a bad idea for these tentacles. They should not be knocking enemies around on the screen, because that would cause problems. Right? It's basically the same issue the black holes had at first, where they were sucking enemies into you. That would be a big issue if the tentacles could knock enemies into you. So I do not want that. I want to come up with one more perk that is not tentacle exclusive, right? What else? What else? Maybe something focused around Doom. I don't know how you would do it, but like the Doom mechanic feels like it doesn't really fit in anywhere really that well. I think it would be cool if you had this character maybe have some specific perks that revolve around Doom as well. Like, you know what I would do? Here's what I would do, right? Here's my genius level idea here. When a tentacle hits an enemy who is doomed, or non-boss enemy, I should say specifically, instantly kills it, and counts as a Doom kill. Right, so this is actually probably replacing the damage increase one I came up with before, maybe. Or they could both exist. I don't see why not, right? But it would count as a Doom kill, which would help Doom as well, because in my opinion, the ritual perk or whatever it's called is really cool with Doom, but it's just hard to actually get Doom to kill enemies. So I don't like it that much. This would help. It would count as a Doom kill, so it would help progress that perk. And it would just make Doom better in general. I think that's a good idea. And then you can also have you know, it would synergize well with the summon effects, right? Where if you had my other perk where, you know, X amount of tentacle kills increase summon damage, you can kind of make Doom builds and summon builds work together. I think that would be cool. You could maybe play like grenade launcher then too, maybe, and go with like a dagger build or something. I don't know. I'm done spitballing about it. What are you gonna do? Well, Flan, I love your game. It's very cool and good, and I'm glad you made it. But this character, at least, is just, you know, as far as I'm considered, as far as I care, they're just not a new character. They're a character who doesn't have an ability, basically. Like, it's just the tentacles don't really do anything. Give me Train Dragon here, I guess, I don't know. And again, maybe, you know, I don't think I complained about Yuki. When I played Yuki, I couldn't tell how impactful her butterflies were. I think Yuki's a strong character, don't get me wrong. But it's just hard to see how much your butterflies do. And it's definitely the same here. I have no idea what the tentacles are doing on this run. No idea. But you know, I'm pretty confident that they're doing pretty much nothing here. I think they're pretty much doing like let's look at the damage breakdown, right? How much damage are my Batguns doing versus how much damage is the tentacles doing? I would probably put it at 99% Batgun damage here, 1% tentacle damage, if I had to guess, right? Which if your character specific ability is DPS, like exclusively DPS focused, right? The tentacles, all they do is damage. They don't offer any utility, no support. All of your unique passives are all focusing on increasing the damage of the tentacles. If you're doing that, and your tentacles are 1% of your run's overall damage, that's obviously a bad character. Right? I think we can all agree there. Yes, no, maybe, probably. And like, and this is we're right now this build. Oh, wait. Hey, why is the art for dual wield and light weaponry the same? I was looking at this and I was like, huh. How do we have light weaponry and heavy weaponry in the same pool? And I realized this shit ain't light weaponry. I guess we'll take it. We want summon mastery here, but still. I don't know. This character's niche, right? This is a summon build. We are trying to maximize how much damage these tentacles do. And our weapon, infinitely stronger. And we didn't even get that good of a setup here, I feel like. We don't have death rounds still. Which is a big DPS increase. We did get the dragon pretty early. There is that to keep in mind. So our what's it called here? Our dragon bond damage boost is pretty high. But like, do we have frostbite on this run? I don't know if we even have frostbite. We know we have frost obviously here. We're freezing the boss. I don't know if we have frostbite. Definitely don't have shatter. Electro mastery. That's what we need on this run for sure. Give me armor ready, I guess. Maybe we can get bullet mastery too. Don't I already have? Wait. I just took armor ready. Okay. I do not already have armor ready. I'm losing my mind. Okay. I am going crazy. Thought I already had armor ready. Okay. Anyway. Sorry to be a bummer on this run. You know, new character should be pretty exciting and cool and fun, and I was excited for it. The new map is way more interesting. I think the new character is kind of dog. But what are you gonna do? Right? I don't know. Let me, you know, here another thing to comment about. We played the game. You left a comment probably hopefully about what you think this character did unique perk wise. How would you armchair game dev here? What would you do? And by the way, I you know, I don't think this has ever been an issue. Right? I've been pretty negative, more so than ever before probably, about a character in this game. Don't like be an asshole. I don't think anyone's ever like tried to like harass Flan or anything like that. But like, don't. Just to make sure. I've been thinking about it lately because I'm gonna be doing a stream soon where I should have mentioned that before too. I'm gonna be doing a stream soon where I come up with punishments to do if I lose at the game or whatever. And one of the punishments in theory could have implications for other people. I don't want to spoil it. So I was thinking about the concept of like, hey, don't harass other content creators pretty much. And And that's why I guess I'm thinking about it here. Like, don't do that. Don't like message Flan and be like, hey, your new character sucks. That's an unbelievably dick move. Like, don't do that. Like Flan has in the Discord for 20 minutes till dawn. There is a feedback section. If you want to leave genuine feedback there about the character, that's where you should do it. Don't harass anyone. That'd be fucked up. Not that as far as I'm aware, not that anyone is. I'm not trying to like shame anyone right now. I don't think anyone in this community is harassing people, which is good. But don't. With that disclaimer out of the way, what are some ideas you guys can come up with for how to change this character, make them more interesting? Because yeah, I don't know. Kind of dookie. I think the most boring, like visually cool, like they're, you know, they got the little hood on, they got tentacles, that's neat. But like mechanically, the character is just a huge whip, if you ask me. Like, I don't know. Oh, I'll take penetration here, I guess. They don't do anything. The unique perk doesn't do anything. I'm not afraid to say it. We'll also say, without permafrost, or without frostbite here, we just didn't even kill either of these bosses, huh? Can we get one of them maybe if we're lucky? No? Okay, whatever. Great. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I will see you next time. Goodbye.